Hey guys, and welcome to my review of this Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Ezio Auditore roleplay gauntlet. Now, this is a full-size replica, which is pretty cool. I apologize because I can't fit all of the box into a single screen. But yeah, it says ages 17 and up. Features spring-loaded action, which is pretty cool. I'll show you that in a minute. And it is rated for an adult's hand, which is pretty awesome, because I think a large market for collectibles is open for adults rather than children. And when you do see a lot of these role-play items, which can double as obviously cosplay and Halloween costumes, a lot of them are built towards children. And quite honestly, you know, I think that the adult market might be more receptive to certain items, and when it comes to something like this, you know, I definitely think obviously adults would be more interested in something like this than children would. Same thing with some other items, you know, let's say with Nerf swords, you know, that they recently had a deal with G.I. Joe to create, you know, snake eye swords, things like that. So that, you know, that's pretty cool seeing them cater to the adult market like that. It is made by, let's see, it is made by Neca, and it is part of the Player Select brand. Features spring-loaded action. There you have. There's the warning: choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years old. Warning: blade safety switch to be locked. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's the back of the box. There we see the male adult hand. Here features highly detailed replica of Ezio Auditore's armored Vambrace, spring-loaded action, 3 adjustable straps, locking safety mechanism. Here you can see the other figures that you can, other items that you can get. The original costume Ezio, the dark costume Ezio, and the Da Vinci's flying machine, which I've seen on sale because I can only assume not many people are that interested in that particular item. Here we see all the licensing information. 2012 Ubisoft, I don't know how to pronounce it. Entertainment, all rights reserved. Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft, Ubi.com, and the Ubisoft logo are trademarks of the Ubisoft Entertainment in the US and in other countries. We have 0 to 3, sad children's, CE, which stands for, don't know, made in China. Not surprising there. So I spent a couple minutes on the box. Yeah, you like that? No, okay. Oh, some weird particles from the cardboard box. And here we can see the Vambrace in all its glory. I do want to say that for anybody who hasn't purchased it, it comes in 2 parts. The Vambrace over here, and then the blade mechanism. I mean, when I first bought this, I wasn't expecting it, but you know, what can I say? The straps, unfortunately, are plastic rather than cloth. So while it does look like it's gives it a leather look, it does also call into question how long this plastic can last before it kind of becomes brittle and cracks, because everybody has kind of the idea that any type of soft malleable plastic would be prone to like cracking and drying out. I don't really know the, you know, the actual term for what happens to plastic. I guess maybe degradation of plastic. Yeah, so you can see it's the Vambrace here is highly detailed. There's some black washing here. Not as much as I would have liked, but I mean, it still looks extremely authentic because, well, authentic to the video game, of course, because the designs are extremely dynamic and very deeply cut. So even if you don't get a version, and I've gone through a couple versions because I've sold a couple to friends when I've ordered them bulk. Some of them have more black washing than others, but like I said, just the shadows and the lights playing off it might be enough. If you know how to paint and can do your own black washing, you could probably do a better job than this. You can probably also touch it up to make it look a little bit more metal, because this is, although I don't mind the way it looks, it's a dullish kind of metal, I guess. And on to the main event. This would be the where the blade comes out from, and as you can see, the straps here extremely adjustable because they are Velcro this time. And here we go. Yeah, that's dangerous sounding, isn't it? A very violent thrust by the extendable blade, and there is a locking mechanism at bottom. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Yeah, so right now it's in unlocked position, and if you just kind of flick it over to the side, it will be in locked position. That way if you're fumbling around pressing this button, it's not going to set it off. But if you flip back very easily, bam. Cool. Now, I've already tried this on before, so I'll try it on again. I will say though, as cool, you know, and I followed the Assassin's Creed. Ooh, shoot. I followed the Assassin's Creed kind of video game for a little bit. I didn't play all the games, but the idea of a hidden blade in the game was really awesome, and I really thought that it was going to be that the idea could be transferable to real life. That is to say that I would have thought that a weapon like this was possible, and not too far from reality. That is to say that if you were to go back in the past, I wouldn't be surprised maybe if something had existed like this, and maybe if Assassin's Creed had done some historical background digging and found out that, you know, a weapon like this existed, and kind of like based the entire backstory on it. But unfortunately, the reality of this item is that it restricts movement. It restricts movement pretty harshly. I mean, it's almost like having your arm in a brace. This isn't to say that I don't like this item. I think it's really awesome as a prop piece, and I think that if you have a Assassin's Creed costume, that this would be the quickest, cheapest way for you to get a really cool looking Vambrace that's not going to get you ire from other cosplayers or people doing Halloween stuff. But yeah, it's extremely restrictive. I mean, we see that with his costume, the Vambrace usually kind of extends over his wrist. Like, that is to say that I don't think it was up to here. Actually, you know what? I have a toy. I should look this up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought maybe it's extended, but I mean, yeah. So we'll pretend that I was completely wrong about that. But as you can see, it's a little bit difficult to get your wrist back because got the restrictions here. You also kind of lose the mobility to move your the wrist forward. So you can hold your sword like this, but the minute you kind of bend down, it hits your wrist right here. But yeah, this looks really great. Check this out. I'll kill you. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. To talk more a little bit about the costume item. This part is a hard plastic. Most of this is a hard plastic. This is a kind of like a softer type of plastic, but it's hard, I guess. It's somewhere midway between whatever. But the very tip of this sword, of this blade, is a soft, kind of bendable plastic. This doesn't mean that you can't poke somebody's eye out with it, because the tip is still sharp enough so to gouge an eye out or hurt somebody who has absolutely no eye reflexes. And because of the speed it comes out, you know, that's pretty much, you know, you're not going to cut anybody with it. But once again, if you're pointing it at somebody's eye, it's really not going to be funny. I didn't bother strapping this in because it's just a little sightsee review. Yeah, so if you're going to purchase one of these guys, you just have an idea of what to expect when it comes in package. I have heard some reviews where the item comes in dead on arrival, as in the spring mechanism doesn't work. And it's really unfortunate because the item is so difficult to find nowadays that that there's no point in attempting to return it or exchange it, because they're not going to have replacement for you, and you know, getting a refund isn't as cool as perhaps, you know, just taking this apart, seeing if you could fix it yourself. Either that, or just making this thing be like a gravity fed device where you press the button, which I assume unclip something inside, and you could just let the blade drop on its own, which is not too bad. Overall, I do like this item quite a bit. It was I think the retail was $39.99 at GameStop, but you know, the time to get that is long over now. It's been sold out for quite a while, and so there.